Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included with me, your host, Luckymarine, and we are sort of, we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's go to speed 3. We need these guys to wake up and actually start doing some good stuff for us. Come on guys, wake up. Wake up, come on. Alright. Make some power. Come down here and dig out some more of our wastewater pit. Maybe, perhaps. Are you not? Oh yeah, you are. Okay, good stuff. Dig you, and dig you. And where will we want storage? I don't think I want storage here long term. I want to bring it. If we're keeping this body of water here, then I think the base has to be built like on this line in order for it to catch the vomit and the urine and the waste. To that end, we're going to need sanitation. And why is mesh tile under the med bay? Interesting. I don't know. Let's we need the mesh tile first, don't we? So let's switch on to. That's a lot of time wasted, but oh well. Come on, Mildred, sort your life out. Get some research done. So it's just going to be all the research. The episode where we just did all the research, and that's it. Are we nearly? Have you finished? Work pending. Alright. Where did you get that? Oh, yeah, got that food out. I wondered where she got food from. Fair enough, got it out of the ration box. So we've got 2 people researching, and Lenny's just going around collecting stuff for them. So he'll be bringing water, he'll be bringing dirt, which I suppose works. We do need to speed through this research though. We do need the mesh tile, much like we in our P bubble. No, it wasn't P bubble. P dome. Much like in our P dome playthrough. We rushed to the mesh tile so that once we started build on the dome itself, we could put the floors in. What is this? Do you just drop your... Of course you do. Unrefrigerated, fresh. Alright. Much like the mealwood plants, it looks like when they get to like this stage, they'll drop the meal lice and then continue through their phase again. Still researching? Yep, still researching. Going through it pretty quickly though. So we'll get sanitation sciences, but I don't think we're going to use many of the things in here. Probably manual airlock, that'll be useful. I don't like using the mechanized airlock because it just sucks up too much power. And we'll need our power. So sanitation sizes, yes, sanitation sciences, straight into medbay. We'll get the mesh tile and we'll get the flooring. So, well, the flooring started anyway. People can be digging out here whilst others are building up. So let's get tile there. We'll get, it'll be the airlock door there and there, and then we will sort of build up. This will be mesh tile, so that's going to be the level of, no it's not, it's going to be down here, isn't it? That's going to be the bottom of our wastewater tank. So anything that fills this chamber, anything that we's above here, fills the chamber, and every time the door opens it leaks a little bit more out, which allows us to live. No, don't build it, I was just showing the people, you silly man. Go do other things. And it allows anything to leak out into our wastewater tank. Also makes this space usable. And then we will need at some point, where would we put our bathroom? Where would we need heat? Where would heat be advantageous? You don't really want heat inside your base because it's hard to get out. So where would we put a battery room? We might put it on top of our base, along with the hydrogen collection point. Speaking of hydrogen. Okay. There's quite a few resources up there. If I block this off now, then we'll just lose them all. Research done, straight into medbay, off you go. I mean, this at the moment is sustainable, what we're doing, even though it's just pure research and Lenny's doing the running, not only on the wheel, but he's doing the running for the research benches themselves. Getting dirt for them, getting the water for them, and these guys are just powering through the research, which is what we need. We really do. We do need the mesh tile. We will need the insulated tile a little bit later on. Probably shouldn't have started that just yet, but yeah, hindsight and all that. We will also need hydrogen generator, because we already know that the hydrogen pumped into the bubbling system doesn't really work that well. So we might have 2 or 3 hydrogen generators linked together, and they'll be used primarily for hydrogen and anything else that kind of gets in there. But they may also be used as an overflow if we're doing maintenance on the bubble pit, as it were, where the vents bubble out the gas into the liquid, or it gets stuck in the vents, etc, etc. Then we'll link all the gas pipes coming into it into the hydrogen generators, and the hydrogen generators get rid of absolutely every bit of gas that enters them. If it's hydrogen that goes in, it produces a tiny bit of power, but if it's contaminated oxygen, it just eats it. If it's carbon dioxide, it just eats it. That's it, yeah. So why don't we just use the hydrogen generators instead of using the elaborate bubble thing? Well, the hydrogen generator, if it's not being powered, it needs to be powered. If it's not being powered by hydrogen coming into it, it needs electric to run. Whereas this doesn't. The bubbling it through water just, it kind of traps it. Takes a little bit of maintenance, but the sand is a finite resource on this map. You only get sand in this initial, well, when it's nighttime. I do like when it's nighttime, it almost goes dark and all the colours kind of fade out a little bit. They're not as vibrant. I like that. But yeah, in this initial dome, in this initial sphere that you find yourself in, with the sandstone and the dirt and the sand only lives here. The moment you end up out here or up here in these biomes, maybe you don't get sand ever again, and you can't make sand from anything, and you need sand for the deodorizer. And the deodorizer takes the contaminated oxygen and turns it into proper oxygen. And I know you can live off contaminated oxygen. I know that I've seen whole colonies where there's hardly any breathable oxygen, it is just contaminated oxygen. And as long as you've got a med bay sorted out, then everyone's fine with it. I'm not fine with it. They get diseases and all sorts constantly. But I don't. Yes, we're abusing the system, but I don't want to abuse it to the point where we're living in a gas that we're not meant to be living in. I want to abuse it, but to the point where the guys would still survive, if that makes sense. I don't care about stress. I don't care about the vomiting. I mean, I have vomited in the past and it didn't do me any harm. And I've not weed my pants ever since I reached 3, maybe. Yeah, I know it was a little bit later on than that, but yeah, and I there's no long-term lasting effects, so they'll be all right with vomiting and weeing everywhere. That'll be all right. Oh, you're nearly done with this research. We'll need it. We'll need it soon. Who is Ming Mai? You are on the bench, are you? Dirty hands, grimy, interrupted sleep. Why do you have interrupted sleep? Did someone go to the toilet whilst you were trying to sleep? Why are you holding your breath? Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we won't have quite so much of a contaminated oxygen issue for a while. We're going to get rid of our toilets. As soon as you get rid of your toilets, you want to be locking away the contaminated dirt that they have produced. So, like, build a chamber into here, put a storage compactor in that only accepts contaminated dirt, then wall it off, and that's it. Because your storage container will leak these bubbles, and it will produce contaminated oxygen if you leave it. Yeah, now we're just down to 2 people because Ming Mai was a little bit stressed with the world. Why are you not growing? Atmospheric pressure too low. Alright. Let's tile that. No, let's tile this. No, let's tile it. Come on, game. Please. There we go. We should start producing a lot more pressure up here. Instead of our breathable oxygen getting lost. I mean, it's really nice to be in here, but not so much in here. I'm building it. I've already told them. So, yeah. Research, how are we getting on? Not bad, actually. What do we want after this? Probably straight into power regulation. Get that smashed out. It only needs 1 of the tables up and running. Yeah, I've already told them. It's alright. I know it's silly. Are you de-stressed yet? Can you... I'm sorry if you can hear that. It's my cat has a fascination with the microphone. Come here. Oh, you big fat cat. Come on. Alright. Fat feline are dealt with. I don't want Ming Mai to be anywhere near here and urinating. Actually, how's Lenny getting on? 12%. Making me nervous. Making me nervous, Lenny. Skills increase. Athletics. Oh, Mildred. Mildred is powering through the learning. Research. Mildred learning 6. Learning 6. Wow. Yeah, look at that. Mildred working away, doing the good stuff. This is quite quick. Like the little rocking thing with the hat on. I like the whole art style, actually. It's really fun to watch. Reminds me a lot of Don't Starve, but obviously because it's the same company that made it. Anything else that we can do after this? The Green research done, blue research is to be completed there. And then, yeah, straight to power regulation, I think. So we'll turn you off. So we don't need you just at the moment. I don't know if you save power from turning these off, but it stands to reason that you would. I don't know, we haven't done a proper test into it. We'd have to link it up to a battery and then cut power to that isolated system, or isolate it so it's just a research station and a fully powered battery, and cut power to it and see if it maintains or if it loses charge in the tiny battery. I don't know, they lose charge over time. So we'd have to have two set up. A research station linked to a full battery, another research station linked to a full battery, and have one research station turned on and one research station turned off, and see if the batteries go down at the same level, at the same rate. Will give us some indication if a station that's turned on uses more electric. Alright. New day, new dawn. Lenny, get on the table. Will you get off that table now? You're done. Pretty much. Why do I have you on the tables? I have this capped off. We need to build this first, don't we? Oh my word, what is going on here? Deconstruct that, because you're not going to be able to get to this. That's probably my fault. And you're not going to be able to get to that, are you? Yep, unreachable. Because of the lack of ladders. We will deconstruct you. Not needed anymore. Nearly got that. Once we've got this research done, we will stop research for a while and get everyone concentrated on getting this done down here. Lenny, you can get off that now. Alright, let's get some work done, guys. It's time to work. We'll get some more tile once you've done with that. Another mealwood seed, I believe. Mealwood seed, please. Please. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. It's jumping about, but you can see it. No, thank you. Not just yet. Maybe soon. Maybe soon, but not just yet. More talent. And more talent. Deconstruct you. And more talent. Deconstruct you, and more talent. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, we might actually be making progress. It's breathable. Well, I suppose it helps that it is all breathable down here, so I don't have to run off. I don't have to run off to bed or anything. Alright, well, get your heads down. You've had that's been a good day, actually. A lot of research done. We've done quite a lot down here very quickly, thanks to not much of a build-up of carbon dioxide, actually. Which I think is mostly from the oxide block that we had down here. That's trapped a lot of breathable oxygen in this area, which will help us long term. You can't reach through one block to get to another. Unreachable. No, you can't. Do not get trapped down there. Okay, Lenny, did you go to the toilet? We've got important work to do, my friend. Skills increased. Construction. Digging. Mildred. Being uber good at digging. Love it. Mildred seems to have pulled it out of the bag. She was a bit useless early on, but she's alright now. She's getting on well. I like the cut of her jib. Struggling with oxygen. Yeah, we've got quite a few people down here now. You're gonna don't you get stuck on top? Like, I don't even care. You will care when you die. Like Sadie did. Like Sadie did. That's alright. He's off now. And this will be the very edge of our catch tank. We'll actually make it a little bit wider. We struggled with space last time in the P-Dome experiment. We had to extend a little bit too far across this way, and yeah, I want to try to get everything like stacked on top of here, like one big office block. Get some more tiles done. Should be easy digging into slime, I think. Yup. Although over time, no, slime brings contaminated oxygen, and we don't really want that. But ladies and gentlemen, that will be us for this episode. We are actually starting to make some pretty good progress now. We've almost got our waste water capture tank stroke sump for our building, our living area done. And so yeah, we are having to overbuild quite a lot, I will admit that, but I don't want to risk things breaking. Even in the P-Dome experiment, we had the portion between the wastewater and the good water crack, and it eventually broke. I think it was only the weight of water, the pressure that was in the good water part stopped any of the contaminated water getting in, and we managed to get in there and stop contamination of our good water, which would have been disastrous. Alright, so wow, is that a build of hydrogen? Yup. Yeah, the sooner we can get this built, enclosed, move power generation down here, move the oxygen generation down here, start pumping gases around, start getting rid of them, the better, I think. Alright, so I've been Luckymarine. As always, you have been amazing. That is us from Mingmai, from Lenny, and from Mildred. It's good night. No, you can't have decor. So I'll see you in the next episode, where we're going to be doing more good stuff. Do take care.